Welcome back to G-Shock Presents Formula Drift Japan 2025, Round 3 at Ebisu Circuit, West Coast.
So we're doing the top 16 ceremony.
Yes. We're going to be going through each of the battles. In order that we're going to see them.
We have kids and family in the background. They got to do a kids walk, as they like to call it. They get to walk around top 16 drivers, take photos, autographs, whatever the case may be.
Get cool flags, stickers, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, just have a good time.
But yeah, this is a great lineup we have. Once you get to the top 16, there's no easy battles. We're going to be going to the Japanese national anthem right now. Coming up for our first battle will be car number 21, Ken Gushi with Team Kazama. And he can be versus car 4 from Team Orange, Masanori Kohashi.
Picked up a lot just now, so everybody's holding on to their flags, making sure they don't fall, holding on to the umbrellas.
Coming in for battle 2, we have car number 89, Pop, with Nixter Drive to Drift Academy. And his opponent is going to be car 870, DGR Racing with Good Ride, Akihiro Hanawa. Battle 3 is going to be from Fat 5 Racing, car number 87, Daigo Saito. And he's going to be battling from TMS Racing, 5X Tires, car number 37, Koichi Yamashita. Battle number 4 from GMS Coffee with TMS, car number 27, Xingjun Jiang. And his opponent is going to be car number 19 from Matsumoto Yoshi M2 Evolution, Yukio Matsui. And in the right half of our bracket, battle number 5, car number 36 from TMS Racing, Kazumi Takahashi. And his opponent, with Mini GT with Liberty Walk, car number 555, Yukio Fausto. And battle number 6. Team Cusco Racing. Car number 77. Yusuke Kusaba. And his opponent will be car number 774. Also from Cusco Racing. Hokuto Matsuyama. Battle number 7 from Cheeseburger Racing. Car number 144, Mr. Daniel. His opponent from Hash9 Racing and Valino. Car number 9, Kiyofumi Hamada. And the last battle, top 16, from Harry's Auto with Hiyoshi Denkyo, BAM 0532, 5X Tires, car number 43, Harry Yoza. And he'll be versus from Evangeline Racing, car number 530, Wataru Masuyama. Yeah, that's a strong top 16.
Yeah, we have 8 battles that are all top final battles.
Yeah.
They're all really good. And that's how the top 32 was too.
Yeah.
They were almost all final battle quality.
And one thing you guys have seen is the sun's out, track's fully dry now. So you'll see people coming in hot.
Yeah.
Coming in fast. A lot of smoke. It'll be a great show.
I can't tell if Fausto is just really tall or if
his car is just short.
Yeah.
Or both.
It could be both.
Or maybe on a slight incline. The driver's starting to pull out from the ceremony circle to head back to the pits to get final preparations done and get the top 16 started.
Yeah, so hang out with us until top 16 starts. I have to get the family and kids off the track. They had already painted the white lines, so we should be good there. Well, maybe not. Looks like Daniel wants to leave some marks on the outer zones.
I'm like, there's no way he's gonna. Oh, that's a freshly painted line. Just dropping first marks on it. It looks like Masuyama's hanging back for a reason. You think you do something cool, driving by the kids?
Let's find out. Maybe.
Oh, just blowing off some NOS. Little purge. And our Japanese MC and judges for today. Aichi Ikutsu is our MC. Yoichi Imamura, Takahiro Fukada, and Kenji Yamanaka are our judges. Hashtag FDJ.
Oi.
Me, Josh Singletary.
I'm Langston, and
We're going to hang out with you guys, guide you through the evening.
you see all the kids making their way off track.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, just let us know.
I don't know if y'all can really see. Maybe y'all can peep them out there. There's a person with a mask. And that's who we call Tiger. And if you can understand why we call him Tiger, it's because he has a tiger mask.
Yeah, stop wearing the mask at the Tiger line. And now our Formula Drift sponsors, G-Shock, Edifice, Valenti, Yokohama, Bridgestone, Dunlop, Goodyear, Good Ride, Kenda, Valina, Toyo Tires, 5X, Markma, MID Wheels, Motis, Carport Kaizen, RSR, Brito, Ogura Clutch, Rays, Cusco, HPI, HKS, Toyota Gazoo Racing, Lexus, Apex, Fujitsu, Project U, VP Racing, BN Sports, Swift, Hot Wheels, Kazama Alto, Arai Helmet, Treasure One, D-Max, Hummingbird, FPV Drone, Kiva, Torque Drift 2, and Ebisu Circuit.
Thank you for the sponsors.
Oh, anytime, anytime.
Quite a bit more than FDJ too, but that's to be expected.
G-Shock, MRG, Casio. The brightness, called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valenti.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも 理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
究極の静かさと安全性。オンロード、オフロード、世界中で活躍するケンダ。その信頼を支える静音性、安定性と対摩耗性。世界が認めた技術と信頼を街乗りでも。高品質と納得の価格、タイヤのポテンシャルをあなたに。ケンダ。
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Gaspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
Made in Japan. Breed.
In a world of extremes, this is where they're refined. The real deal. Cusco.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮。チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
From an early age, we race. It's part of who we are. It's in our DNA. For some, the need to keep pushing fuels our lives. At VP Racing, we pour everything we have into creating the industry's best products. For those who put it all on the line, whether it's the track or the trail or wherever you race, they say you can't win them all, but you can sure as hell try. VP Racing. Win every race.
Welcome back. Beautiful day out here. Much better than yesterday. And we're getting ready for G-Shock Presents Formula Drift Japan 2025 Round 3 Ebisu Circuit West Course Top 16.
You can see in the background the drift taxis parking. They got to take some fans out earlier today. They all thoroughly enjoyed it. They get to do the actual course. They just don't get to go around. They have professional drivers hitting the zones, getting close to the wall, all the good stuff.
And here's a breakdown of our top 16. All these brackets are going to be tough.
You can see tire smoke in the background. Our first round is up and out of the burnout box.
Coming up right now, we have car number 21, Ken Gushi, Team Kazama in the lead and in the chase. Car number 4, Masanori Kohashi from Team Orange.
With a lot of it, as Masanori stays right there with him as they come around out of zone 1. Masanori staying right there, not letting them break away as they come around that touch and go and inside clip. Masanori dives back in as Ken Gucci's car looks like it shut off on him.
Right after the inner clip.
Ah.
Oh, man.
It looks like Ken Gucci's.
He was putting down a great lead run.
It looks like it might have shut off and had nowhere to go, and then
right at the inner clip.
And then Masanori had nowhere to go except hit him.
It looked like he pulled away at the touch and go. Nice and deep in the zone 1. Comes out a little early, but it's right back in it. Switching around. Masanori put on a little bit more pressure. Nice and deep through the entirety of zone 2. Touch and go. Pulls out, and then you just see it stall. Yeah, right after the touch and go. Oh, he must have got started.
It's like an ECU reset or something. Overheated or something, I don't know.
Yeah, Ken's coming around. He ran out of huff.
Looks like Masanori is going to come around and go to the starting line. So that means either Kenguchi will have to decide if he needs to take a timeout or come straight to the start line.
Yeah, that's a great view from the drone. And Ken's coming around to the back line.
Looks like he might be trying to take his time out.
Yeah.
Yep, so he's going to head back to the pits now, take a look at his car within the 5 minutes.
Okay, so it looks like Kawashi's also going to head back to the pits and get his car checked out after the minor collision. Check all the arms, make sure nothing is out of alignment. Well, that's the way to start off the top 16 with a bang.
Yeah.
Looks like we have battle 2 between car number 89, Pop, Dexter, and Drive to Drift Academy, and car 870, Akihiro Hanawa, with DGR Racing and Good Ride, warming up in the burnout box. So it looks like both drivers are rolling into the pits right now. Do a quick check. Start the 5-minute clock. Looks like Pop and Hanawa are coming up to the line right now. And in the lead, car number 89, Pop, Nexter and Drive to Drift Academy. And in the chase, car 870, Akihiro Hanawa with DGR Racing and Good Ride.
Coming in with a lot of angle and speed. Hanawa staying right there with him all the way through the zone. Pop gets a little deep into that zone 1. And they're coming around for zone 2. He does a real good job. Looks like Pop wavered just a little bit in the lead. Oh no! Hanawa looks like he had something also when happened. He had to straighten out.
I'm telling you, something between the touch and go and the inner clip is just taking out cars. Pop just riding the entire outside of zone 1, switching around. Hanawa closing in, cutting some lines, but keeping good proximity. Yeah, switch back right after the touch and go. His car died just like Yushi's.
Maybe there's an invisible wall as soon as you hit that touch and go. Might be selective.
Let's see, one's a Z4, the other one's a Lexus. And Pop's pulling to the line now. And it looks like Hanawa is stuck at the top of the hill behind us. So yeah, wouldn't that be crazy? All these issues that they're having is just no gas.
I highly doubt it. Couldn't imagine Team Kazama not filling up Kim's car.
I mean, we see all kinds of crazy stuff on the weekends.
I mean, that we do, but somebody would be losing a job.
So they're pulling Hanawa's car to the pits right now to take a look at it. and they're going to give, or he's going to take a 5-minute timeout.
Waving at the fans. So maybe it's nothing too serious.
Hopefully. You definitely, whenever you're drifting, you want to either have a sump or some sort of baffle to keep the gas from starving your fuel filter or your fuel pump.
Pop sitting there at the start line. Just waiting for a word.
We started the top 32 off so smooth. Not any issues in the first half.
One car did shut off.
Did it shut off or did it get pulled back from the line?
It backfired.
It looks like Ken's pulling out of the pits. And I don't see Kohashi in the pits right now either. Yeah, it looks like they're back in the burnout box, and I've just seen Pop drive off. So it looks like we might be heading back to pit stop run 2 of Gucci versus Kohashi. Yep, it looks like. Oh. Looks like we have Daigo and Yamashita in the burnout box right now. I tell you what, Daigo loves to put on a smoke show.
Yeah, he likes to test the boundaries of the flaggers too. They give him that 25 seconds. He wants to go just a smidge past.
So I think it's right at 20, they start to wave it lightly, and 25 is whenever they give you the heavy wave, and you're supposed to be done by 30 seconds. Pulling up to the line now, we have car number 87, Daigo Saito, with Fat 5 Racing in the lead. And in the chase, we have car number 37, Koichi Yamashita, with TMS Racing, 5X tires.
Daigo coming in with a lot of speed. Outer zone 1, it's a little shallow. And Yamashita staying there, right there with him as they come around. Outer zone 2, he gets right on his door. Oh! Yamashita gets a little too deep into that wall and it straightens him up.
I think he just essentially got lost in the smoke.
Yeah.
Right after the third section of the wall. The smoke was so bad from Daigo. See how the smoke's just rolling off, coming around here. He just caught it right at the edge. Yeah, I think all it was just couldn't see the wall due to the smoke. Plus, Daigo was nice and deep through the entire zone, too. Yep, just right there. Swinging around, zone 3. Oh, dude, I love the drone footage.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job chasing these cars around.
Yeah, it looks like Delmershaw's going to head to the pits for his 5-minute timeout. And just a reminder, you can take the timeout anytime, but you get one timeout for the entire competition. Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be taking the 5-minute timeout.
And out of the first 3 runs, we have 3 competition timeouts.
Yep. I tell you, it's tricky, especially when you get to the top 16. You have to decide, is taking a timeout worth it?
Exactly. I didn't see him hitting anything except that bash bar, and he just hit it a little too hard and it knocked him around.
But those are tricky because
it also does look like there could be some damage to that back rear.
Yeah. I mean, especially coming in hot, it could easily have just drawn off his alignment. The wind's picking up a little bit, which is good because the heat has picked up a lot. The sun's come out. It is toasty.
Temperature just keeps climbing. Oh, he did get a pretty good bit on that tire.
Okay, it looks like we're going back to Kengushi and Matsuri Kohashi. And then we're going to have Kohashi in the lead and Kengushi in the chase. And this is the second run.
Kohashi in the lead, coming in with some big angle, and Kengushi staying right there on his door, or all the way around outer zone 1, and they make their way to outer zone 2. Ken staying right there with him. Kohashi has a lot of angle at that touch and go and inside clip. They make their way to outer zone 3. Oh no!
Did his
It's
machine
like
die
Ken's
again?
car did the same thing.
Yeah, Kohashi coming in with a lot of angle into zone 1, riding through the entirety of it. Getting in nice and deep into zone 2. Touching it nice, inner clip nice. And it looks like Ken's car just died again. That was such a great chase too.
Yeah, he was on an excellent run. Doing exactly what he had to do, maybe to knock Masanori off his game, maybe try to get him to spin or something. And his car just shuts off.
Yeah.
Very tough break.
Judge Imamura, Kohashi, Judge Fukada, Kohashi, Judge Yamanaka, Masanori Kohashi. Going on to the Great 8. And that sucks for Ken because he was laying down an excellent lead run until the point when his car shut off, and then another great chase. And this is car number 89, Pop, Nixter, and Drive to Drift Academy. It looks like car number 87, Akihiro Nawa, had to retire, so this is a bye run for Pop.
Going in a lot of angle with that outer zone 1. Doing a great job in outer zone 2. All the limiter for the fans in outer zone 3. It shows that he's right here and ready.
Yep. And he's going to be against Kohashi in the Great 8.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. The 2 out of the top 3 in the rankings are already out. You have Manoa and Ken already out.
Pulling up to the line now, we have car 27, Zhang with GMS Coffee with TMS in the lead, and in the chase we have Yukio Matsui with Matsumoto Kiyoshi M2 Evolution.
Going in a lot of angle as they come into outer zone 1. Matsui takes out a little bit of the line to get close to him, coming around for outer zone 2. Surging on him right there at the door. Has a little less angle, but nothing crazy. Has excellent proximity as they come around for outer zone 3. And just falls a smidge behind after that touch and go.
Overall, a very good lead. And Matsui maintaining close proximity through a lot of the run. Zone 2, beautiful. Could be a little bit deeper, but overall, very good, clean lead run. Giving Matsui a good chance to put down a great chase. Matsui diving in a bit into zone 2. Keeping closer proximity. Before Zhang switches back, pulls away a little bit. Oh, Takahashi is the other driver in the top 3.
Yeah, so it's Manoa, Takahashi, and then Ken. Takahashi's still in for now.
And switching positions, we have Matsui in the lead and Zhang in the chase.
Going in with a lot of speed in outer zone 1. Zhang trying to catch back up after round outer zone 1 into outer zone 2. Matsui doing an excellent lead run for Zhang. As they come around to this inside clip. Into outer zone 3. And Zhang catches back up just a little bit.
I'll tell you what, I feel like Matsui's been saving all these great lead runs for the top 16.
Yeah.
Let's look at this thing. Nice and deep through zone 1, switching back around. Into zone 2. Just riding the wall now. Just switch back. Zhang's just trying to maintain proximity. Drone footage shows just how deep into the zone Matsui got. And just with throttle control through the entirety of zone 2. I said throttle control through the pedal to the metal.
Yeah. Zhang doing an excellent job in that chase. He is a little conservative, cutting some of the line, a little shallow, but all in all, a great run.
I mean, it's hard, especially when you're trying to chase someone that you haven't seen put down a lot of great laps yet. Especially in the wet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If Matsui's run was during qualifying, it'd definitely be in the 80s. We have Judge Imamura. One more time. Judge Fukada. One more time. Judge Yamanaka. One more time.
And we're going to have that battle again here shortly.
And we're waiting for them to get ready. We're going to have our next battle between car number 36, Kazumi Takahashi with TMS Racing in the lead, and in the chase, car 555, Yukio Fausto with Mini GT and Liberty Walk.
Takahashi coming in with a lot of speed, but Fausto standing right there with him. Going in all the angle, has to cut the line in outer zone 1, but they make their way to outer zone 2. And Fausto gets right there on his door and then doesn't leave. Does an excellent job at that touch and go, an inside clip, and then dives back in right there at outer zone 3.
I'll tell you, that's a tough lead to follow, mainly because of speed.
Yeah, he's coming in with a
lot of speed. Fausto makes a very good adjustment to be able to catch up in zone 2. Where Takahashi catches grip again. Just starts pulling away. I tell you, a lot of these BMWs or TMS, they're gripped up and ready to go. And from the drone footage, you can just see how much of a difference.
Fausto cutting the line just a little bit, but he's right there in proximity after outer zone 1.
Now they're pulling back up to the line with Fausto in the lead and Takahashi in the chase.
I don't know if you could tell Fausto coming in through outer zone 1 was a full lot.
Oh, yeah. It's very rare to see Fausto not at both full lock and full throttle.
Yeah. With a lot of speed and all the angle, and does an excellent job in outer zone 1. Takahashi staying right there with him as they make their way to outer zone 2. Takahashi has a little less angle, but trying to keep up as they come around this touch and go and inside clip. Takahashi falling a little bit behind as they round off outer zone 3.
I'll tell you what, about to put down excellent lead down here. Looks like he got maybe 1, 2 tires out.
Very close.
I don't know how he didn't hit the tires. And he rode the wall in the entirety of zone 2. I'll tell you what, it's nothing but full lock and full throttle for Fausto.
Great job now. Being fully committed there.
It's so tough when you have fast cars. And how you line up zone 1 will determine how fast you're able to get into and out of zone 2.
Yeah.
That's what the judges say. Judge Imamura, Takahashi, Judge Fukada, Takahashi, Judge Yamanaka goes Kazumi Takahashi.
And that's going to end Fausto's weekend early. Moves Takahashi into the Great 8.
And at the line now, it looks like I see Daigo. It looks like Yamashita had to retire, so Daigo will be retired.
All of his angle as he came around outside zone 1. Just sitting over the under throwing it a full lock with that touch and go. Comes around the inside clip, now in zone 3. Just staying on the under for the fans.
I'll tell you, just coming out, laying down smooth, clean lines. Just laying on the throttle.
Exactly.
It looks like whatever issues that Yamashita was having, they were unable to fix them in time.
Exactly.
And coming up to the line now, we have a Team Cusco battle. It's car 77, Yusuke Kusaba in the lead, and car 774, Hokuto Matsuyama in the chase.
Outside zone 1. Kusaba doing an excellent job mimicking. Oh! Might have went a little deep. Comes around to outer zone 2. Kusaba doing an excellent job as that lead driver. And then Kusaba staying right there with him as they round off outer zone 3.
Kusaba nice and deep. Getting into zone 1. Looks like maybe he dropped 1 tire. Matsuyama starting to dive in on him in zone 2. crazy because as fast as Matsuyama's car's been, it looks like Kusaba is even more tripped up. But yeah, right after the first zone, it's tricky to catch back up after you lose all your momentum.
Especially if you take 3 tires, or if you go too far, too deep into outside zone 1, it pushes you closer and closer to those tires. So you have to transition really fast, and it slows all your momentum down.
And I think after the inner clip, Matsuyama had just a little bit too much angle, and that slowed him down going into zone 3. But overall, a very good lead and a very good chase. And now switching back, we have Matsuyama in the lead and Kusaba in the chase in this Team Cusco battle.
Making the way to outer zone 1. Kusaba being very laid back in that entry, comes around to outer zone 2 though. Gets right there next to his door, staying with him, gives him a little tap for that touch and go, comes around the inside clip, and he gets right back into that pocket in outer zone 3.
That was an excellent chase by Kusaba. Just riding zone 1 throughout the entirety. Hokuto laying down a very clean lead run, and Matsuyama just taking advantage of it. I mean, Kusaba taking advantage of it.
It's crazy how much those A9 Supras have.
Oh yeah. That's it. With all the angle that Matsuyama was throwing, Kusaba was just countering and putting it on the door.
Most of the votes in the chat are going Matsuyama. So we'll see if y'all are right. Judges still having discussions
while the drivers are hanging out at the Tiger line. We see the side-by-side. Kusaba was quite a bit deeper than outer zone 1, but 2 tires off deeper. Yeah, this is definitely a tough one because each driver had a lot of good stuff that they did, but also quite a few bad things that they did. A couple mistakes here, a couple mistakes there. I wouldn't doubt that this might end up being a one more time.
Out of the 2 new cars, the GR86 and A9 Supra, which one do y'all prefer? I think I'm leaning more towards the GR86.
Yeah, I like the Supra a little bit better. I mean, that also being said, I haven't really sat down in any of them.
I mean, both of them taking out the stock engine probably helps too.
I think the judges are keyed in now. It'd be funny if they set a timer like, oh, you can't decide in 3 minutes, automatically.
You might have just jinxed it again.
Judge 1, Imamura, goes Kusaba, Takada, Kusaba, and Judge Yamanaka goes Yusuke Kusaba.
And Kusaba will be battling Takahashi in the grade 8.
So it looks like Kusaba is currently the best of the 4 Cusco racers this weekend.
Definitely have some bragging rights over this weekend.
Go back to the pit saying, hey,
Made it farther than all y'all.
who's in the grade 8? Coming back from there one more time, we have car number 27, Shangju Zhang with GMS Coffee and TMS in the lead, and in the chase, car number 19, Yukio Matsui with Matsumoto Kiyoshi M2 Evolution.
In some big angle as they come into this first outside zone. A little shallow in that outer zone. It comes back to outer zone 2. Trying to stay right there with Zhang as they make their way to this inside clip. Outer zone 3. To being right there with them.
Zhang putting down a pretty good lead run. Just had a little bit of issues getting into zone 1. Zone 2. Was hoping to get a little bit deeper in there, but nice and deep through the inner clip and deep through zone 3. Matsui cutting a bit angle in order to chase the proximity. Overall, a good lead run and a good chase. Definitely saw Matsui trying to keep up. Just wish we could have seen Zhang get a little deeper in the zones.
Yeah. We'll see how they fare swapping roles.
With Matsui in the lead and Zhang in the chase.
Zone. Matsui throwing in a lot of angle in that outer zone 1. Coming in outer zone 2. Zhang trying to keep up. Inside clip. Around outer zone 3. Zhang gets right back there in that pocket.
And Matsui throwing down another great lead.
He did a little trick there when he entered. He hasn't really
slowed down a little bit.
Yeah. I think that might have knocked Zhang off his game.
Yeah, because it looked like Zhang was starting to surge right before. Overall, it's excellent lead.
Yeah, also might look like that Zhang got into the wall in the outer zone 2.
Matsui nice and deep. Yeah. Maybe scrubbed a little bit.
Yeah, so it slowed him down just a little bit.
this is on it one more time, which means the judges are generally going to look at it much more.
Yeah, it looks like they were looking at that injury by Matsui. This is definitely not as normal. So maybe he did misshift, or something happened in the car, or maybe he intentionally did it to not staying off his game. Who knows, but we'll see what the judges have to think about it.
Maybe he felt like he was getting too much speed.
Yeah.
But it's tricky.
But it looked like he was coming in slower than he normally does, so he could have very well missed a gear.
Yeah. So it looks like most of you guys have Matsui winning, with Zhang slightly behind, and one more time not that far behind either. The judges are still deliberating. Matsui again, get deep in all the zones. And Zhang maintaining close proximity as much as he can.
Exactly. Regardless if it was intentional or not, I think it definitely worked in his advantage.
And let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura goes Zhang, Fukada, Zhang, and Yamanaka goes Zhang. So it looks like Zhang's going to be going to the grade A.
And he will be battling Daigo Saito.
So it looks like Daigo has 2 TMS cars back to back.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully Zhang doesn't hurt his car like the way Yamashita did.
Zhang head back to the pits, get a fresh set of tires, some more gas, and a quick checkup. And up next, we have car number 9. Actually, car 144, Mr. Daniel Lee with Cheeseburger Racing. Chase, car 9. Hamada with Hash9 Racing and Helena.
Daniel coming in with a lot of speed. He does a good job in the outer zone 1. Almost touches the tires, knocking Hamada off his line, trying to get back into it. Having to cut angle because of that. Comes around this touch and go and inside clip. And then finishing outer zone 3.
Super deep flick. Oh, he almost 3 tires out. Call that giddy. Riding the wall all the way around. Nice and deep with the touch and go. And a clip. And swinging back around. Zone 3. Hamada was struggling a bit trying to close proximity.
I think that quick transition around that tire wall definitely messed with Hamada.
Oh yeah. But also that slowed Daniel down a lot, but she'll let Hamada dive in a little bit faster. Lining back up, with Mana in the lead, Mr. Daniel in the chase.
Doing a nice job, long handbrake into outer zone 1. Daniel doing an excellent job staying right there with him, coming around, getting into that pocket, and not going anywhere. As they come around this touch and go, inside clip. Daniel dives in right there, and then comes around and finishes off outer zone 3.
A nice easy flick into zone 1. Nice and deep, rides through the whole zone. Daniel's closing up some proximity. Hamada's a little light on the angle and line through zone 2, but switches back. Daniel dives hard into touch and go to inner clip to zone 3. It looks like Daniel right there, trying to feather the gas a bit. Lost a little bit of speed.
Can't do that against Hamada. He just stays flat out. The quick judgment.
Judge Imamura goes Hamada. Judge Fukada, Hamada. Judge Yamanaka goes Kiyofumi, Hamada. So Hamada will be going to the Great 8.
I tell you, Daniel, these first 2 rounds, is definitely feeling a lot more comfortable being in Formula Drift 1.
I just want to see him in the S13.
Yeah. He's very close to getting it done, but we'll see when it comes out.
And up next, we have car 43. Harry Yoza in the lead with Harry's Auto. Hiyoshi Dingyo, BAM 0532 and 5X tires. And in the chase, car 530, Wataru Masuyama with Evangelion Racing.
Coming in with a lot of speed. Oh, looks like he might have went too deep after that outer zone 1. Masuyama trying to stay with him, and Harry has to cut the line in outer zone 2. Then gets back to that outer zone, then get to that touch and go and inside clip. Masuyama trying to dive back in into that outside zone 3.
Yeah, fortunately, it looks like Harry coming in a little too fast this time. Looks like he's 3 tires off. So now, you're just hoping to put down a great chase. Hoping Masuyama makes a mistake.
Looks like when he was coming in car zone 2, he threw out a lot of angle and his car drifted up too much. And he just had to shallow out of that angle.
They look possibly even 4 tires off right at the end. Yeah, a lot of angle here, and then it gripped up and just dove across. car 530. And Masayama's coming back around for the lead, and Harryoza, car 43, will be in the chase.
Coming in with a lot of speed. Harrigan right there next to him. Falls just behind, just a smidge after that transition. Having to take a shower of line, trying to catch up with Masayama. Coming to that inside clip. Oh! Something happened with Harry. He had to straighten after that. That was on 3.
Masayama coming in, putting down a great lead run. Line was very smooth, a little shallow coming out of 1. Nice through 2. Inner clip, really nice. Unfortunately, with Harryoza's 0 in the first run, it looks like Masayama's probably got this one in the bag.
We'll see right now as the judges have come in.
Judge Imamura goes Masayama. Fukada goes Masayama. And Judge Kenji Yamanaka goes Wataru Masayama. Masayama will be going to our grade 8.
That is three or four times that a car's cut off right there.
Yeah, in that exact same spot. And here's our grade 8, our battle brackets.
Got Pop versus Masanori Kowashi, Daigo Saito versus Zhang, Takahashi versus Kusaba, and then Masayama versus Hamada. Some very good battles there.
Oh, definitely.
Some heavy hitters already out, but we got even some more heavy hitters coming up.
So we're going to head to commercial, and we'll be back in just a little bit while the drivers are prepping for the grade 8.
Yep, we'll see y'all soon. Put any questions you have in the chat. We'll review them over the break. We'll try to answer anything y'all can.
G-SHOCK MRG Casio
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
究極の静かさと安全性 オンロードオフロード世界中で活躍する剣だ。その信頼を支える静音性、安定性と対摩耗性、世界が認めた技術と信頼を街乗りでも高品質と納得の価格、タイヤのポテンシャルをあなたに。剣だ。
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
Made in Japan. Breed.
In a world of extremes, this is where they're refined. The real deal. Cusco.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
From an early age, we race. It's part of who we are. It's in our DNA. For some, the need to keep pushing fuels our lives. At VP Racing, we pour everything we have into creating the industry's best products. For those who put it all on the line, whether it's the track or the trail or wherever you race, they say you can't win them all, but you can sure as hell try. VP Racing. Win every race.
Okay, we're back. G-Shock presents Formula Drift Japan 2025, Round 3, Ebisu Circuit, West Course, Grade 8.
Yep. A lot of our top 5 ranking is already out. Some are still in. Kahashi, Takahashi are still in. You see the battles right there. We got Pop versus Masanori Kawashi, Daigo Saito versus Zhang, Takahashi versus Kusaba, and Hamada versus Usuyama.
Overall, a lot of really good battles coming up.
Yeah, some very good battles. What we've seen today, well, the listing showed a lot of heavy hitters coming out, and some of them are still here.
Some of them went home early.
Yeah, it was a tough bracket this time go around. A lot of teammates battling each other. It made for a good show, but did not make for some of the teams making it out okay.
Like all of Cusco's team, all 4 drivers
battled each other.
Were battles on top of battles. They're all in one single bracket, all stacked right next to each other.
Yep, and Kusaba made it out to the Grade 8.
Evangelion Racing in the top 32. We had Matsuyama versus Murakami, so both of them. I mean, there's a lot of team-on-team battles this time.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys can see the sun is out. It's blazing today. We got a little bit of a breeze. It really depends on where you're at in the track, how much of a breeze you have.
Yeah, exactly. You see we got Pop and Masanori Kawashi in the burnout box. Getting waved down to say it's time to head to the line.
Yeah, definitely the rain during qualifying played a huge role in how the brackets were seated.
Exactly.
Coming up to the line now, we have car number 89, Pop, Nexter, and Drive to Drift in the lead. And in the chase, we have car number 4, Masanori Kohashi with Team Orange.
Head to this outer zone 1. Pop going in with a lot of speed. Masanori, oh no! Masanori's wheel fell off as they entered in the outer zone 1. So Pop will now finish his lead run alone. That is very unfortunate for Masanori. I don't know if his wheel fully fell off or an arm broke or something, but it's definitely not right.
Oh.
Oh. I think he's gonna try to drive all the way back. I would.
Oh, he's fine now. So I was talking with his team earlier, and whenever he went into the wall during the top 32, just that little, it bent his subframe.
Ah.
They didn't have time to replace it, so it looked like whatever stress fractures or stress that caused just gave out. goes. It's a good thing that it didn't fold under.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance that it could have sent the car flying. I mean, well,
it looks like where he had parked, it looks like there might be some metal on the track.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Or my eyes could be.
No, it definitely looks like something's on the track. Yeah, there. They're torn them off course now. It'll be a little while. It's definitely a bad break.
Yeah, these guys have so much grip and power that if they stress crack anything or fracture anything, it's not going to last that long.
There's definitely something. I just saw the track worker pick up.
Yeah, so hopefully they can get back to the pit and see what happened. And fix it within the 5 minutes, but it's going to be tough.
I mean, if all it is that one bolt or whatever it is,
that could be easy. But it also, him trying to drive away could have definitely done some damage.
More harm than good.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like they're seeing if there's oil on the track. So it might be a little bit more damage than just going in a bolt.
Oh, whenever the wheel came off like that, it might have pulled
the axle out.
The axle out of the diff. Looks like we have Daigo and Zhang in the burnout boxes right now. So we'll probably go to that while we wait. Oh yeah, definitely. It seems to be every run. And up now we have car number 87, Daigo Saito. Fat 5 Racing in the lead, and in the chase we have car number 27, Shin Jung Zhang with GMS Coffee with TMS in the chase.
Track crew getting off the track now. Get ready for our next battle.
And I think it's going to be an excellent battle. Daigo and Zhang.
Yeah, two very fast drifters.
About to start the next round.
They're heading in this first outer zone with a lot of speed. Trying to tame it down as he gets around to that outer zone 2. Zhang doing an excellent job staying right there with him. That goes going all the angle with that touch and go around the inside clip. And it finishes off outer zone 3. Dago did an excellent lead, but Zhang did an excellent chase too.
Yeah, Dago definitely throwing it in with a lot of speed. Working out really, really deep. Zhang just right there with him. Oh, just riding the wall. Doing lots of angle with the touch and go, switching back. Nice and deep in the inner clip. And then finish off the run. Nice and deep through zone 3. That was so close. It's an excellent run. Yeah, a little deep finishing, a little shallow starting. But overall, very, very good run. Nice and clean. Now switching positions, Zhang in the lead and Daigo in the chase.
And as requested, I'm just going to let y'all enjoy this run.
Nice and deep through the entire zone. Daigo just closing in now. Going into zone 2. A little shallower in zone 2 for Zhang. Touch and go, inner clip, very nice, and then switching back out nice and deep to zone 3. Massive amounts of angle.
Daigo does a good job on his transitions when he dives in. He can just sit there and be right where he needs to be. It does look like he might have threw a little bit too much angle into that outer zone 3 and wasn't able to fully stay with Zhang. But all in all, a great run.
So you can see our tire wall on that last run. There's circles right by the actual inside line.
Yeah, it looks like they're pushing back today.
So push it back, otherwise there'll be tires flying. Judge Imamura goes Zhang. Judge Fukada goes Zhang. Judge Yamanaka goes Shinju Zhang.
Zhang will move on to the final 4.
And it really boiled down to zone 1. Just how much Zhang filled out zone 1. But overall, it was a very good battle. And at the line now, we have in the lead number 36, Kazumi Takahashi with TMS Racing. And in the chase, car number 77, Yusuke Usaba, Team
make their way through outer zone 1. Kusaba does a nice job mimicking that angle through outer zone 1. Dives in at outer zone 2 and then doesn't go anywhere. Has a nice transition after that touch and go into that inside clip, and then tries to get back into that pocket and outer zone 3.
Oh, that was a great lead and an excellent chase.
Yeah.
Takahashi with a lot of speed. Throwing it nice and deep through zone 1. Quick flip back. And nice and deep through the entirety of zone 2. Kusaba right on him the whole time. Nice and deep through the inner clip. And back around zone 3. And I feel like the whole time Kusaba is right there in decent proximity. With very close proximity through zone 2. Both drivers did an excellent job in both lead and chase. Now they're pulling up to switch positions, which will have Yusuke Kusaba in the lead and Kazumi Takahashi in the chase.
Nice job with that flick. Going in a lot of angle through outer zone 1. Takahashi does an excellent job mimicking what he did. Comes around outer zone 2. It's a little lower on the angle, but uses that to keep his proximity. And then comes around for outer zone 3. Does an excellent job.
After Takahashi's lead, I'm like, that's going to be tough to beat. And Kusaba must have hurt me thinking, because he's coming out and he's laying down a great line. Look at that. He might as well be on the wall the whole way through zone 2. This is crazy battle. This is definitely a close one. Both drivers had excellent leads and excellent chases.
Heading up to the Tiger line for the judgment.
Judge Imamura goes, Kusaba. Judge Fukada goes, Kusaba. Judge Yamanaka goes, Yusuke Kusaba. So looks like Kusaba will be in our final four.
It does not look like we're going to have a Beamer final.
Or maybe
teammate battle.
Oh, maybe not a teammate battle. But we could have a Beamer in the final still.
Yes. What I meant was like two Beamers in the finals.
Oh, Takahashi and Zhang? And at the line now, it looks like we have car number 530, Wataru Masayama with Evangelion Racing in the lead, and in the chase, car number 9, Kiyofumi Hamada with Hashinan Racing and Volino.
You can see that he is trying to have a big run up, trying to chase Masayama. It was in a big flick, and Hamada stays right there with him all the way through outer zone 1. They come out of it a little early, But as they make their way to outer zone 2, Yamada has a little wavering right before outer zone 2, but does a nice job staying right there with him. Gets right there on that transition and that inside clip, and then falls back a little bit to outer zone 3.
Well, you said right there with him on transition, like he was on it.
Yeah, I think it might have scared him a little bit because he backed out of it a little bit and fell behind.
Masayama leaving zone 1 a little early. Nice and deep through zone 2. Looks like Yamada was right about to dive. And Masayama had a bit of a delay between the touch and go and the clip. Yamada diving in now. Oh, we can see it here. He dives in right here. He has to slow down quite a bit to save himself. Then we have both drivers heading back to the start line to switch positions, where we'll have Yamada in the lead and Masayama in the chase.
Zone. Masayama staying right there with him all the way through outer zone 1. They're nice and deep all the way through. They're coming around to outer zone 2. Masayama does a nice job of staying right there with him. Hits the transition at that touch and go and the inside clip, and it stays right there in that pocket all the way through outer zone 1.
It's just making it tough.
Yeah.
That was a great lead run. Masayama could just stick with it. One, maybe 2 tires out at the beginning of zone 1. Rode it back in a bit. Halfway through zone 2, essentially riding the wall. Great job at touching the inner clip. And Masayama just standing right there with it. Strong footage makes it just shows you the proximity that they get.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like the inner clip is where a lot of drivers back off a little bit and then surge again, rain in outer zone 3.
Masayama did an excellent job mimicking everything that Yamada was doing.
And let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura, one more time. Judge Fukada, one more time. And Judge Yamanaka, one more time.
So we'll get to see this run one more time. Gives both a chance for both drivers to catch up and fix what they did not do.
Yep, that's right. Make adjustments where they need to make adjustments. Work on the line a little bit better, ankle a little bit stronger, and get as much speed out of the cars as they can. And currently Kohashi is on the 5-minute clock. Just out here having fun.
That's crazy. That's him
all the time.
He never changes. Has a great personality, even though things didn't go his way. They're trying to turn it around. he's still excited.
His picture looks like they're having a good time too.
Oh. What is the axle out? It looks like it broke right there at the knuckle.
Yeah. Doing a new remote axles. Bluetooth version. Yeah, dude, it's crazy the timing that it happened.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought that not there, but possibly after leaving zone one, when he gets back on the gas. But it's good that it happened there instead of coming around zone two.
It looked like in the replay it happened on the run up.
Okay.
So when he initiated in, it just folded in.
It looks like they just ran out of time. Yeah, looks like unfortunately they just ran out of time.
And that will mean that Masanori Kohashi will have to retire.
It looks like Pop will be doing a bye run shortly.
Second bye run.
Yeah. Consistency.
Hey, it's playing in his favor. He gets to the Final Four.
I mean, a win is a win, right? He's been laying down great runs.
He has been doing excellent. Doesn't mean that good luck can't be in his favor. He's only through this top 32, since the top 32, he's only had one battle all the way through.
Pop up for his bye run. Partner 89. Nexter and drive to drift test.
Excellent job, Sean. I'm here to party.
Tell you what, they're holding back on a bye run, huh?
Yeah, right? With that run being done, that means Pop is now in the Final Four, and he will be battling Shane.
And looks like right now, we're still waiting just a little bit on a final Grade 8 battle between Masuyama and Hamada.
We're waiting because they had gotten called one more time. They need to get back to the pit, cool everything down, change tires, do a quick check of all the suspension, engine parts, and everything that they need to do to get back out.
But I tell it, definitely, the sun coming out, drying up all the wet track. Oh, it made today so much nicer. And after the top 32, no one's really did a dirt drop. So I think that they've learned to stay away from that.
That is true.
starting to pick up a little bit. Hopefully to cool some of the fans off, cool some of the drivers off, and keep everybody nice and cool.
It's weird because this round has had a lot of challenging for the drivers. It was very challenging because, one, they had to qualify in the rain after practicing in the dry.
After practicing 3 days in the dry.
Yeah. And then they make their ways, people start braking, running into the wall, cars just shutting off. As a whole, it's been a very tough weekend for all the drivers.
Oh, now they're out there painting the lines while they're waiting for Hamada and Masayama to get finished up in the pits. So what do you guys think? With our current setting, we have Pop, Zhang, Kusaba, possibly Hamada or Masayama. Who do you think is going to pull it out?
It's a very tough call because it could go any direction.
I mean, all of the drivers have been doing really well this whole weekend. Pop's been coming out, been super aggressive, throwing lots of angle. Zhang, Kusaba both. Lots of speed, lots of angle. I mean, it's just tricky. And don't count out Hamada or Masayama either. Yeah, Zhang, Kusaba, both. There's a chance they'll be fighting in the finals. But for Zhang to get to the finals, you got to get past Pop. Pop's got some crazy luck going right now.
Yeah, that he does. Maybe it's him out there throwing some brake sauce.
Some magic dust?
Yeah, throwing some magic dust around the track and cars.
Kusaba's been coming out very strong this whole weekend. Friday in the dry and Saturday morning dry practice. He was throwing down some great lines, super deep, switching back. Beautiful.
So we're waiting on Hamada, Masayama from getting back from their pits because they had hit one more time, and it looks like they're heading back to the burnout box right now. The track crew is painting down some of the zones. Looks like they got outer zone 3 and outer zone 1 done.
Yeah, I think they don't really care much about outer zone 2.
Yeah, because it's either you're on the wall or you're not.
Yeah.
So I think they know exactly where it is. That touch and go, also another one you just need to be close to the line. You're good.
And it sounds like Hamada and Masayama are in the burnout box right now. Yeah, Daigo looked super comfortable. He's definitely getting more and more consistent with that massive V8.
I also think there's aura around Ebisu that just gives everybody a little bit more confidence. This run-up is not the same course that they usually use, but this run-up is the same that some of these drivers have done hundreds of times,
if not more.
Yeah, so they're just very confident at West Course.
And line up for the last battle of the Grade 8, we have car 530, Wataru Masuyama with Evangelion Racing in the lead, and in the chase, Kiyofumi Hamada, Ashnan Racing is the leader.
Hamada having a big gap as they come around. Oh! Ah! Hamada runs into Masuyama after Masuyama runs off track and then tries to get back on.
Oh, so I thought I saw something rolling off the cart, but it was the drone.
Hamada apologizing to Masuyama for the hit. I think we just talked about cars braking too many times for it to not happen again. So it looked like Hamada was falling back a little bit too much on that run-up, and then Masuyama just had too much.
Yeah, it
and
looks
didn't
like
have enough grip to keep him in the zone.
Whoa. Masuyama just came in with a lot more speed than he has been. Because Hamada has been running a little lower speed on entry especially. So it looked like Masuyama was just trying to gap him at the start and leave him from then on out. Just came in a little too hot in zone 1. And then when he tried to get back in, that's when he made contact with Hamada.
Does look like some fluids got thrown on the track. And with that crash, we're gonna go to
quick break.
Yeah, get some commercials going, and then we'll be right back.
Okay, see you guys in a little bit.
G-SHOCK MRG Casio The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
究極の静かさと安全性。オンロード、オフロード、世界中で活躍するケンダ。その信頼を支える静音性、安定性と対摩耗性。世界が認めた技術と信頼を街乗りで高品質と納得の価格、タイヤのポテンシャルをあなたに。ケンダ
opportunities.
What's up, guys? It's Freddy Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
Made in Japan. Breed.
In a world of extremes, this is where they're refined. The real deal. Cusco.
伝統と革新小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC
From an early age, we race. It's part of who we are. It's in our DNA. For some, the need to keep pushing fuels our lives. At VP Racing, we pour everything we have into creating the industry's best products. For those who put it all on the line, whether it's the track or the trail or wherever you race, they say you can't win them all, but you can sure as hell try. VP Racing. Win every race.
And we're back. It looks like we're going to get started with the final four. While they're getting it sorted with Hamada Masuyama. So the first battle in the final four will be Pop versus Zhang. They're in the warm-up or the burnout box right now.
Warm-up box is fine.
Warm-up circle.
Same.
Smoky Land.
I like that one better.
Smoky Land.
There was some fluids on the track, so it might make an interesting outer zone 1. If they get too deep, they might lose some grip.
Here in the lead, we have Pop with Nexter Drive to Drift Academy, and in the chase, we have Zinju Zhang, GMS Coffee, TMS.
Pop throwing in a lot of angle coming into this outer zone 1 with a lot of speed. Zhang had to slow way down as Pop went a little deep, trying to catch back up. He's sacrificing some of the line and angle to catch that proximity back up. Getting lost in the smoke at that inside clip, coming around outer zone 3. He stays right there with him after that.
Man, that was a great lead by Pop. A little deep coming into 1. I think 1, maybe 2 tires out. Great transition. Things starting to dive in outer zone 2. Pop just on full throttle and full angle this whole run.
Yeah.
I could barely see Zhang for most of the run because he was in the smoke. Looked like he dove in a little too hard and had to slow down, which killed a lot of momentum going into zone 2. And he just had a tough time trying to keep up with Pop. Overall, an excellent lead with Pop. And Zhang just trying his best in the chase.
Exactly. Pop has had a couple bye runs, but that doesn't. This run shows that he should be in the final 4 regardless.
And switch up into different positions. We have car 27, Zhang with GMS Coffee and TMS in the lead, and in the chase, car 89, Pop, Nexter, Drive to Drift Academy.
Zhang coming in with a lot of speed. Pop staying right there with him. Looks like he has a little bit more angle than Zhang as they come around outer zone 2. Zhang getting right there on his door as they transition into this inside clip. Pop trying to dive back in. It looks like he might have ran out of tire right at the very end.
Oh yeah. Zhang nice and deep through outer zone 1. Switching back around. Nice and deep through 2. A good switchback. And great exit through 3. The proximity right here is insane.
You see as they entered outer zone 1, Pop looked like he had a little bit more angle than Zhang.
Which is a good thing because he needed to scrub a little bit more speed. Overall, an excellent chase and an excellent lead. Definitely going to make the judges work for their money today.
Yeah, all day the drivers have made it really tough on the judges. We've had a few one more times. We've had 5 one more times just within today. It's insane.
Overall, it was a great lead by both drivers. Felt Pop had a slightly better chase. But overall, both drivers going super deep into zone 1. Pop got a little deeper, maybe 2 tires, 1 tire off.
You see Pop has a little bit more proximity for the first half of this run.
Judges are still reviewing some footage. Looks like they're about to key in. It looks like the majority have Pop coming out on top. Looks like it's 58% Pop, 24% Zhang, and almost 20% one more time.
Which I'm always cool with it one more time.
Looks like the judges have keyed in. Judge Imamura, one more time. Judge Fukada, one more time. Judge Yamanaka goes Pop. So it looks like we got it one more time. And I think this really boils down to the dropping the tires in zone 1 for Pop. And they're saying that Kenji felt that Pop just did a little bit better. Yamanaka said that Pop's doing an excellent job. He wants to see more of that. But again, zone 1, just reel it in just a touch. Yeah, that's essentially it. Sometimes it boils down to just a small mistake. And right now, with the lines that are freshly painted and the chalk right by zone 1, you can see where
it makes it very visible.
Pop went 2 tires out.
Yeah.
But also getting into that chalk really doesn't help grip either.
I do see Hamada waiting for the burnout box. So hopefully he's expecting Matsuyama.
Matsuyama?
Yeah.
Either that or expecting a retire. it's tricky. I feel like at lower levels, you get a lot more. If someone causes an accident, then they just retire. But when it comes to the higher level stuff,
anything can happen. You never know.
yeah.
So you can try getting his car fixed, come out, and then Hamada can mess up, and it could go the other way. So you truly never know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the trickiness of it, right? But if something happens and Hamada incompletes his run, then one more time. It'd be cool to kill some time. They have fans doing donut competitions. Really. And go-karts. Especially while you're waiting for the 5-minute rule or the pits, or in some cases 10 minutes after a car breaks. I know in baseball games you have they do the bat circle thing and then run around the bases. It looks like Masayama just hit the 5-minute timeout. So it looks like we're going to get Hamada going to the Final Four, and he'll have a bye run. But I wonder, instead of having to buy run, could he just battle Kusaba right now?
Does have to show that he is ready to battle.
Let's do that by just battling.
It's for the fans.
I mean, I get it. It looks like Hamada's going to get his bye run. He's going to hit the burnout box right quick. And then he'll be officially part of the Final Four.
Every time I think Hamada comes by, I think he is D-beating in Outer Zone 1. Just because he has stretched tires and you don't see as much of it.
Oh, yeah.
So you can just see the wheel itself, and it looks like there's no tire on it. And I get scared almost every single time he does it. But he hasn't D-beated once.
Yeah, I definitely think, though, with Pop, if he was able to hold on to Outer Zone 1, he would have pulled down the W.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hamada coming to the start line right now.
And coming up first by run, you have car number 9, Kiyofumi Hamada. Hashdown Racing is the lead.
Coming in with a lot of angle through Outer Zone 1. Playing it nice and safe through Outer Zone 2.
Uh-oh. There's just a lot of smoke in the car.
couldn't see.
You want to just saying he had so much smoke in the car that he couldn't see zone 3. And that puts Hamada into the final 4.
And he will be battling Kusaba. I would assume we'd probably get to see the one more time battle against Pop and Zhang before.
Yeah, I think Hamada's going to have a bit of time to change tires, gas up, and check some stuff out. So what's your preferred tire width for drifting? Stock car.
I like 235s.
Definitely learning to start off with 215 and then worked up to 235.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely went with a small tire to begin with, just to play it safe and cheaper. And then I just recently started in the Chaser, started using 265s.
Yeah, there's a big difference in 235
Yeah.
and 265. Whenever I first started, like the first month or two, I was getting free tires and using them. But then I was spending more time changing tires than time on the track.
Yeah, I was de-lamming a lot of tires, and I was just getting them for free.
Like, it would be one lap, maybe a second lap, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Back in the pits. I'll tell you, when I was able to get Kenda's cheap, that was the best.
Yeah. Can't anymore?
I mean, not near as cheap as when I started. I mean, in today's rates, it's about, what, 45 bucks a tire? For 215,
oh, yeah,
40, 70, 17.
Yeah, I think my 235s got to get around like 70, 75 bucks.
And then you wait till the winter time, and then you can buy like 8 tires for, or that, well, I think I was spending like $300 for 8 tires.
Yeah.
But I couldn't use them until the next year. Yeah, you guys can see that the course is 100% dry now. Sun's out. It's starting to cool down a little bit from what it was earlier, but the wind's picking up, which should be great for blowing smoke out of the cars, out of the line. Looks like we have a couple cars staged up in the Smoky Land. About to hit the burnout boxes. And G-Shock presents Formula Drift Japan 2025, Round 3, Ebisu Circuit West Course, Final 4. It looks like we're going to be doing it one more time first between Pop and Zhang. Pulling up to the start line now, we have car number 89, Pop, Nixter, and Drive to Drift Academy. in the lead. And in the chase, we have car number 27, Shangju Zhang, GMS Coffee with TMS. This is the one more time from before.
Coming out of the chicane. Grabbing a lot of speed and angle. He gets all the way through that zone. Goes all out of that zone just a little bit at the very end. Zhang trying to dive in, takes a lot of the line away, but then gets right back in his door at that touch and go, and then comes around for this outer zone 3. Stays right there with him, and then gives him a little love tap at the end.
A lot more proximity from Zhang this time. Pop nice and deep into zone 1. Right at the end, maybe drop the tire. Sweeping around zone 2, nice and deep in the entirety. Hits the touch and go. Really deep in the inner clip. And Zhang dives in right at the end for super close proximity. Zhang's able to maintain good proximity throughout the entire run. He drops a lot of line to catch him going into zone 2.
Pop does get a tire, maybe 2 off into that outside zone 1 again. Will it affect him this time? We'll just have to find out.
I think that all depends on Zhang's lead. And that's what we're coming around to right now. Car 27. Zhang, GMS Coffee with TMS in the lead with car 89. Pop next to drive to drift in the chase. Oh, it looks like they stopped Zhang for a second.
Trying to see what this is about.
Looks like Zhang might be taking a competition timeout.
Almost didn't think we had any more left.
Yeah, everything seemed to be fine during the run. But I guess you see something come up and you're ready to have it checked out now.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, it's tricky with one timeout. If you take it now and you need it in the finals, you're just out of luck.
Do see some, is that Kasaba? Right there in the front of the burnout box, waiting for her Mata? Or is that Mata waiting for Kasaba?
Kasaba's waiting. Hamada should be pulling up shortly. Yeah, I mean, and especially sometimes I mean, and it might be nothing, right? But it's better to check it out now than have something disastrous happen. Especially when the heat rises so much on the track right now.
Yeah. They have to be careful with their tire consumption too. Getting a lot hotter, gets the tires a lot hotter, burn them off faster, and they also become glue, and they're almost unusable.
It's funny, tires get too hot, just become super slick.
They're too cold,
super slick.
Gotta find the perfect temperature.
I know, right? And the fans are still sticking it up with us.
Yeah, so are y'all. Thank y'all for staying around, sticking around with us, as it's been, I would say, a rough round. Everything's been good. There's been some really good battles, just a lot of mechanical failures, some one more times.
Yeah, definitely quite a bit of downtime between some of the runs.
So thanks again for y'all sticking around.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. And you can see the pit layout with all the cars back on the 2 different levels. So during J2, a lot of the cars will be in those pits. But for J1, they like to have everybody down at the 2 different levels below us.
Yeah, it makes it less congested for the crowd, for the fans, for everybody around if they're consolidated in those pits down below.
Definitely. Even if it makes it for a little bit longer of a trip for the guys with the 5-minute timeout timers.
But they do have those electric bikes, go about 30 kilometers, so they're pretty fast.
Yeah, those electric bikes, lifesavers. Oh, here's come Hamada up the pit lane. So it looks like we'll be going to Kusaba versus Hamada.
Looks like they're heading in the burnout box now.
I wonder on a hot day, is it more important to scrub the fronts or to heat up the rears? Or just equal importance, I guess.
I think it would probably be more the front, so this is harder to get those hotter. You can pretty much, I wouldn't say all the way, but you can get a decent temp on just on the run up. They're pretty much spinning the whole way anyways.
True. Pulling up to the line now, we have car number 77, Yusuke Kusaba Team Cusco Racing. In the lead and in the chase, we have Kiyofumi Hamada with Hashina Racing and Valino in the chase.
Saba going in a big flick into this outer zone 1. Hamada's trying to keep up as they make their way to outer zone 2. Saba a lot on that left foot brake. Hamada doing a good job just staying right there with him all the way through. There was a lot of angle in outer zone 3.
With such a huge speed difference, I'm amazed at how fast Hamada caught up after zone 1. Just diving in here. Saba laying down a good clean line, riding the outer part of each zone. But he needed a little bit more in zone 1 after that. Swinging back around. Starting to dive a little bit deeper into zone 2 towards the ending. Touch and go nicely, and a flip. Swinging back around for zone 2.
Yeah, he did this on versus Musayama as well, when he gave a big gap on that run-up.
Yeah, again, Saba's just so fast. I want to see how he deals with Hamada whenever Hamada's lead.
Yeah.
Hamada throws a little bit more angle, but he's also a bit slower at the run-up too. Switching positions, we have Hamada in the lead and Kusaba in the chase. Kusaba's been chasing beautifully.
In this outer zone 1, Hamada coming in with a lot of speed. Oh! Oh no! Hamada just having a little bit too much speed. It looked like he didn't have enough heat in those front tires and just understeered. Had to bail out. It's very unfortunate.
And then once he hit the chalk and the oil over here,
yeah,
there was no control of that. I think he bailed out as soon as he saw the tires.
Yeah.
Because he was really deep in zone 1. I don't doubt that looking to your left and seeing a bunch of stacks of tires.
Especially when your front tires are facing those tires.
Yeah, exactly. He had to push. Oh, no, I'm not trying to blame chalk and oil. I was just saying that he was way too deep through zone 1. And then once he hit that, there was no coming back whatsoever. Judge Imamura goes Kusaba. Judge Fukada goes Kusaba. And Judge Yamanaka goes Yusuke Kusaba.
And we finally have one of our sides into the final round. That would be Kusaba.
And our battle won. One more time. Run 2. Zhang in the lead. Pop in the turn.
Zhang does a nice job in that outer zone 1. Pop trying to surge in on this outer zone 2. Looks like he's losing a little distance as they make their way around outer zone 3.
Pop's just having trouble trying to keep up. Zhang's laying down a good clean line. A little shallow through zone 1 with lots of angle. Zhang coming through zone 2. Nice and deep, riding most of it. Good transition back. Scoops back to a nice deep zone.
Imagine these drivers are sweating like crazy. I mean, because they pretty much have had to sit in the car all day without getting out, without brakes.
No, on the plus side, a lot of drivers now are running tool suits.
This is a replay of Pop's first run because there was a timeout in between.
Nice and deep for each of them. Judge looking at a couple of the replays before locking in decisions. It'd be cool if we get a side by side. Overall, Pop nice and deep through his leads. Zhang sacrificed a little bit in zone 1. Oh, here we go, side by side. Both drivers nice and deep through zone 2. Hard flicks, touch and go, inner clip.
I love seeing these side-by-sides just to see the difference in speed.
Oh yeah. So who do you guys think? You think Pop's gonna win or Zhang's gonna win? Or another one more time? I think the judges are locking in now. Judge Imamura, it's Pop. Judge Fukada, Pop. Judge Yamanaka goes Pop. So Pop will be in our final versus Kusaba.
TMS girl finally gets to take a break. She's been sitting out there
the whole time.
The whole time cheering on the crew.
So they're saying part of the reason too that Zhang lost was that on the run up he did a 3-motion entry essentially he zeroed out with the 3 motion.
I see it.
Yeah.
And with that puts all the TMS guys out.
Yeah. So all of them had a good run.
Had 1 in the final 4, 2 in the grade 8.
Oh, just 1 in the grade 8. Takahashi. Zhang got to the final 4. Or you're talking about the whole way through. I was talking about guys eliminated.
Oh no, all the way through.
So it looks like in our finals, we will have Pop and Kusaba. Pop qualified 8 and Kusaba qualified 7.
So do we have a battle for 3rd place?
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Would be cool.
So because of the final 4, you look at the qualifying order, and Hamada qualified better than Zhang. So Hamada will be our 3rd place. So right now they're just checking gas, changing tires.
You can see it's very windy out here.
Yeah, the wind has definitely picked up. And our 10 almost has too.
Sun has come out, but the wind picked up with it. It does feel very nice.
Oh, definitely feels very nice. The temperature dropped a little bit. I bet the drivers in the pit crews love this wind though.
Yeah. They probably do have a little bit more circulating air than we do.
Oh. So all these drivers just laying down tons and tons of rubber. And yesterday, whenever it was raining, the wet from the rain on top of the rubber started what caused everybody to just slide around.
Just had no grip.
And again, for qualifying yesterday, it was just like at Suzuka. Practice all in the dry, and then right before qualifying, started raining. Oh, so the Pop Zhang battle, they said Zhang on his lead did a 3 motion initiation. And because of that, he zeroed out in his lead run. Yeah, in our tent, it says it's currently 31 degrees Celsius. So I guess that's what, maybe low 90s. Fahrenheit, that is. That's true. With all this wind, it's like an extra turbo. in the finals, we have Kusaba versus Pop. And qualifying points, both 76. And the series rank, you have Kusaba at 13, Pop at 27. Again, they're just last minute preparations. And they'll be ready to go. Yeah, Pop and Kusaba both been sending it hard all day.
Yeah, they've been full throttle pretty much every run, so it should lead for a very great final battle. Still waiting for them to get to the burnout box.
2 more warmer times.
And you just jinxed it again.
That was Liam.
Oh.
Battle music starting. Shock presents Formula Drift Japan 2025, Round 3, Ebisu Circuit, West Course, the finals.
Very intense way to show drift.
Yeah, definitely. So the proximity today is a little tricky because there's so much speed scrubbed in the first outside zone 1 that if you have a lot of proximity and you don't slow down as fast as the lead car, you're going straight into them, and it's very tough to tell how much they're going to slow down.
Exactly. Pop and Kusaba making their way. They'll get in the burnout box and be ready for the start of the final.
Getting the warm-up started in the burnout box. Scrubbing the fronts and lighting up the rears. wonder if that's a tactic. Take a couple more figure eights whenever you see the other guy in the fire box is ready.
Or just give him a little extra cool.
The line now. We have car number 77, Yusuke Kusaba. Team Cusco Racing in the lead. He's being chased by car number 89, Pop, Nexter, and Drive to Drift Academy.
They got the green light. Off. Kusaba coming in with a lot of speed. Oh, Pop just hit it a little too hard, and it looks like he went off the course. He tries to catch back up in outer zone 2, using a lot of throttle. Coming to this inside clip. He's trying to catch back up.
Kusaba coming in nice and high. Just riding the outer edge of the zone 1. Pop was 3, maybe even 4 tires off, unfortunately. Kusaba nice and deep through zone 2. Switch back. Hit the inner clip. And just essentially a perfect lead run.
Yeah. It's insane how Kusaba stayed on that back line pretty much that whole way throughout it.
Yeah. And look at the proximity with the wall during the entirety of zone 2. Especially as soon as Pop washed out, he had a hard time catching up.
So that fault would probably be towards Pop because Kusaba stayed in the zone, didn't get out of it. So going off would be Pop, correct?
Yeah. It's either 3 or 4 tires. It was tough to tell. And switching positions, we're going to have Pop in the lead and Kusaba in the chase.
Pop throwing in a lot of angle and speed, getting right to the edge of the track. Does a nice job in that outer zone 1. Oh! Pop runs into the wall, straightens up, and it costs him.
Just coming in way too hot into outer zone 2. On the plus side, Pop's okay. He's waving to the fans.
He is okay. His car has a different answer. He has a lot of wrong way camber.
Reverse camber.
And a lot of wrong way toe.
I didn't think that Kusaba hit the wall. Did he?
No, he hit Pop. It may have backed into the wall, maybe.
Here goes again. Pop throwing down. Super hard.
Kusaba is now driving away. Door does not look healthy, but all in all, he's driving away and he's pulling up to the final ceremony.
His door is got a little bit of a dent in it.
Mike got into his cage. You have Pop behind us. It looks like he will make his way to the final ceremony as well.
Yeah, Kusaba went a little hard into the back.
Waving to the crowd, letting everybody know he's okay.
It's funny, it looks like Kusaba's crying, and the cameramen are trying to get a face-on picture, and he keeps going the other way. But that shows you how hard Pop was pushing it.
Yeah. I mean, going up against great drivers like that, you kind of have to give it 110.
And yeah.
He just did 112. Just a little bit too much.
That 2% extra.
Should be waiting on Amada to be pulling up.
He should be here pretty soon.
And we'll get straight into the final ceremony.
The Hashinan Racing Girl is already on hand. Just waiting on a chaser and a driver.
Oh, I see it coming up now. So. Have the Cusco team walking up now.
Handing out little Cusco flags to all the members of the team. Pop driving awesome this whole weekend. Here comes Mata.
Looks like they even taped up the door real quick.
Looks like the wind is brutal down there.
Looks like he's turning to the good side.
The good side. Yeah. I think these three are the first time that they podiumed this year. G-Shock presents Formula Drift Japan 2025, Round 3, Ebisu Circuit, West Course. awards.
It's kind of not fair for Pop. He didn't get a chance to clean up his car.
And the third place driver is Kiyofumi Hamada. And the round 3 winner is car number 77, Yusuke Kusaba. And coming in second place, car number 89, Pop.
ありがとうございます。もう声震えちゃってますけど、めっちゃ嬉しいです。嬉しいです。
He said thank you.
声出ないもう。
He is so glad to have got the win today.
もうチームクスコレーシングで6年目なんですけど、全然結果出なくて、めちゃくちゃ悔しかったんですけど、チームの皆さんがいつも万全の車で送り出してくれて、やっと結果が出せて、めっちゃ良かったです。めちゃくちゃ嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。
He's so happy to bring home the trophy for the team.
Yeah, and he didn't have a tough ride all the way to the final.
英語無理。
Either.
英語無理、恥さらしになるから。
They asked him to do the same thing in English, and he's like, I'll pass.
ขอให้ร้องเพลง
นั่นนี่ฮะสรุปที่มาเนาะบอกว่าพูดใส่ไมค์เลย
ก็ขอบคุณครับสำหรับวันนี้แล้วก็ขอบคุณทีมครอบครัวหรือว่าแฟนๆที่มาเชียร์ในวันนี้นะครับก็สนุกตั้งแต่ขับรถมานะครับ
本当今回はありがとうございます。家族とかチーム応援のお客さんとかの皆さんが応援してくれて本当にありがとうございます。
My team, everybody supported me.
มาแล้ว
They asked if he wanted to elaborate it. He's like, no, I'm good.
ありがとうございます。草場選手と走った時が一番面白く、全力をそこで使い切ってしまいました。まだまだ1位は遠いですが、スポンサーの皆様、関係者の皆様、チームのオーナーからいろんな人に助けられここに立てることができました。本当にありがとうございました。
Everybody, thank you very much. Yeah, Pop was speaking Thai. and our main judges are saying that there was excellent battles today. And unfortunately, there's, again, a couple issues here and there, but overall, super battles, lots of aggression, and that's what they like to see.
Yeah, exactly.
And there goes Team Cusco, just swarming Cusalo. And it's been a great day.
Yeah, he has his teammates that he beat have to now thank him for winning.
That's the best part.
It's all in true love, of course.
And a great conclusion to a great day.
Yeah, thank you all for sticking around. We definitely had our issues with mechanical failures, but we got through it.
We had quite a few one more times, but I tell you what, I like me a lot of one more times, especially with good battles.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's pretty much it for us. So we'll catch you guys next round. Have a good one.
Yeah, like you said, we appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. We look forward to y'all in the next round. And until then, keep it sideways.
G-SHOCK MRG カシオ
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
究極の静かさと安全性。オンロードオフロード、世界中で活躍するケンダ。その信頼を支える静音性、安定性と対摩耗性。世界が認めた技術と信頼を街乗りである。高品質と納得の価格、タイヤのポテンシャルをあなたに。ケンダ。
ultimate lubricant. Mortis.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
Made in Japan. Breed.
In a world of extremes, this is where they're refined. The real deal. Cusco.
伝統と革新小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC
From an early age, we race. It's part of who we are. It's in our DNA. For some, the need to keep pushing fuels our lives. At VP Racing, we pour everything we have into creating the industry's best products. For those who put it all on the line, whether it's the track or the trail or wherever you race, they say you can't win them all, but you can sure as hell try. VP Racing. Win every race.